Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at my first doll house that I ever got. It's called the Modelo Bosto de Artesania Latina. So I'm assuming it's Spanish and it's called the Boston. I'm not quite sure, but that's what I've always assumed. So excuse my free hand today. I can't really do this with a tripod. So let's look at it from the outside. When I first got it, the top was covered in shingles, which were half falling off, half broken, and I just thought, you know what, let's just do away with all that. Don't need shingles, we'll just cover it with paper. So I've ended up covering it with these fake slates. It's not perfect, it's not brilliant. It was the first time I'd ever done anything like this, but it did the trick. As you can also see, there's no windows, actual plastic windows in at all. It's something I thought about and I thought I might get around to it at some point, and then I didn't, because it's a constant work in progress. When I got it, this was broken. One of the attic windows was broken, which I've repaired. I just haven't painted this yet. The whole of the outside just looked like wood. This windowsill was broken. I've replaced that. According to the pictures, which I think I put up at the start of this video, you'll see that here, at some point when it was first made, it were two little fences. So I've ummed and ahed over whether I'm actually going to replace those. I might do, I might not, who knows. So on the side of it, on the original kit, it appears to be a little sunroom or a greenhouse or something like that. And then when I got it, somebody had tried to convert this into a garage for cars. And so I'm back in the process of converting it back into a living space. And this is the housekeeper's cottage. And again, there's no plastic in the windows yet. I still need to do this door or wall, maybe a half wall, half window. Not quite sure. Haven't really looked at that for a while now, but we will look at it. So I'll just show you this side here. As you can see, I've got these lovely attic windows, very nice window on the side here. And now originally, I'll show you in a moment, there was a window that went from the dining room into the sunroom, and I didn't know it was there until I started trying to refurb it, and I found a false wall and there was a window behind it. So I'll show you that in a minute. So let's start downstairs, shall we? Let's go through the doorway. There we go. Let me just position this light so that there we go. As you can see on this side, I haven't done any of the inside of the door yet. I'll get around to it at some point. And again on this side, I've just painted this one white. So I'm going to the hallway. So originally the stairs went from here in that direction, and the stairs were in a terrible state. They were awful, they were broken, there was bits missing. So I took them off and then bought some new stairs. But the problem was that the stairs that I bought were too short. So in the end, I ended up creating a different hole here, because the original hole was there, and creating this sort of tiny little landing down there at the bottom. Can you see, with the two steps going up? And that was how I got around the problem of, oh, the stairs are too small. But I thought, you know what, it works. So in the entrance hall, not really much has been done in here. We've got a nice little log pile there, and an axe and a parcel, a little basket, but nothing really else has been done. I would like to make it look a bit nicer. We will do in time, we'll get there. So then let's move into the kitchen. Oh, and also there's no doors, because there were no doors when I first got it, and then I bought some doors to fit it, but at the time I didn't know how to fit doors, and so they've all been sat in a box ready to do. But I've got some ideas how we're going to do that, so that will come in a future video. So let's move through to the kitchen. Oh look, Alice, what are you doing in there? Alice is pinching a bit of cake there. So the kitchen it's still a work in progress. I like this fake tile floor. The walls are very plain. I just went with, let's just slap some colour on. Oh, well, let's just slap some white on for now. The windows aren't dressed. It was one of those, I didn't know what to do with it, so I just gave it a blank canvas and then put the furniture in. And at some point, we'll come back, we'll get some ideas. We'll jazz it up a little bit or do something to it. I'm not quite sure what. We've got a little table here, so there's some leftover Christmas goodies on there, as you can see. Alice is helping herself to them, eating the gingerbread house. We've got a little wash basin there at the back. Box standard, it needs dressing up a little bit. That cupboard on the wall there, there's nothing on it at the moment because it's falling off. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it there or not because I was going to put some little screws in. So it's moved all around the kitchen. At some point, I'll decide where it's going to go and it'll stay on the wall. The light, I have actually got copper wiring in, not the copper strips. And they do work. It's just I haven't hooked all of them up yet. Yeah, work in progress. So this, I love this cabinet so much. It's so beautiful. As you can see, all the doors open, all the drawers open. All those things are actually stuck on there at the moment, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love that. We've got a little table here, which is where our cook does all the cooking and preparing. And then we've got a very small little oven there. Nothing major, nothing fancy. It's got a couple of, we can actually open it all up. Yeah, it's nice. I do like it. This, my cat loves playing with this. I've actually had to tacky wax it down because I don't know why, but he's got a thing about this and likes playing with it. Okay, let's move out and go into the dining room. So the dining room is one of the rooms that we're going to go through together. We're going to have a go at redoing it. The floor needs doing. We need some skirting boards in it. The walls need doing. This wall was the wall that had a fake wall on it. Somebody had covered it over with a bit of plywood, and when I pulled it off, we have this beautiful window here. Can you see that? That's beautiful, and that window looks into the sunroom. But because it's now the housekeeper's cottage, she wants the privacy, so we've actually got a view on there. So there's a nice little drawn on view or painted view, so it looks like you're looking outside. So we need to, all that needs cleaning up. This horrible glue stuff needs to come off. Maybe a bit of wallpaper on it, something like that. So we've got some nice bits of furniture in here. We've got a lovely, I really like this. As you can see that. Look at that fireplace. It needs something inside it. Maybe like a pretend roaring fire or something like that. And it needs dressing on top. And I will get round to that. So these chairs, I was holding out for a fancier chair than this. These chairs actually belong in the with this kitchen table here. But at the time I didn't have any other dining room chairs, so I thought, well, I'll keep that. And then I thought, when I got this little table and all this furniture, it's this lovely red wood, maybe mahogany colour. So I thought, maybe if I get some stain and stain these that colour. So we might do that in another video. And here, let me show you this magnificent cupboard here. So this came in a bundle when I got the manor house, and there was a glass door, another glass door, and obviously another door that's missing off of that. So I thought we can make another door for there and maybe look at the glass door. It's not real glass, it's that plastic stuff. And perhaps make, see if it looks good as it is, or see if it looks better if I put two little doors on. Well, we'll come to that. When we come to the dining room and sorting the dining room out, we'll have a look at that. I've got this lovely rug here. I love this rug. So let's go back into the hallway and go upstairs. There we go, the next floor. Hallway, exactly the same thing, exactly the same problem that I had. The stairs didn't fit. They were too small, so I've had to again build a little extra step at the back there. Ideally, we could do with a bit of a banister of some sort going around there so nobody accidentally falls in. And it needs dressing. It needs making a little bit more homely. It's a bit cold at the moment. Again, no doors, but we'll come to that. So now we're in the next room. So this is Thomas's bedroom. Again, it's another room that I just splashed on a bit of white just to cover up the floors that are on there, really. And the flooring needs doing. I've got this rug that I made out of some material that I had, and I really love that. It needs cleaning, tidying up a little bit. It's just some of the edges trimming off. But this is a nice fancy warm rug for the bedroom. I think I made these covers for the bed, and I made the little quilt, and I made the little pillow, which I thought were quite sweet. But perhaps maybe in the future it could do with a change of bedding at some point. We've got the bog standard generic little bedside cabinet there, a generic mirror, generic bed, generic cupboard. The windows need dressing. We've got a little guy in the picture at the back there. And we've got a bog standard fireplace with nothing in the middle of it. So this room's going to appear in its own video, and we're going to dress it up and we're going to make it look nice, hopefully. So let's go back into the hallway, and now we're in Alice's bedroom. As you can see, Alice has been spoilt rotten. Look at all this. Let me move the light down. Look at this. So obviously Alice has been living here for a while now, and her dad's been spoiling her rotten, probably making up for the fact that, you know, she's not got her mum around. So she's actually got her wallpaper in. She's got a nice carpet. She's even got a rug, nice fluffy rug to sit on. She's got a lovely bed there. I'm going to show you this. Look how tiny that is. I love it. These guys sit on there, look, as you can see. Too little. I don't know. I like to consider them being puppets. I'll just show you some of the toys that she's got here. We've got a little piggy bank with a bunch of flowers. This dude, look at this. Can you see that? A little Jack in the Box. We've got some little cats. We've got some dogs. I believe that these were from the range called Puppy in My Pocket years ago, and some of my kids were throwing them out, and I was like, no, save them. And now they got a new home in the dollhouse. We've got various books. We've got dolls. I think that doll needs a bit of slight repair on it. But there are favourite dolls there. The walls need some pictures. They just seem a bit blank. It's got no pictures. It does actually have skirting boards, which is, I think, is the only room. No, the kitchen's got skirting boards as well. The window needs dressing. She's got a beautiful little dressing table there. I don't know if you can see that. She's got a little pot of licorice, all sorts there. Can you see that? How sweet is that? You could just want to eat them now. Okay, so let's come out of the main house and let's go up the stairs into the attic. Okay, so again, this room, I had to swap where the opening was. So ideally, this room needs a balustrade or a banister or something to stop people falling down the hole. The floor needs doing. We'll get that sorted. So for now, this is Thomas's study. Eventually, I'd like to have higgledy-piggledy bookcases all over the walls, bookshelves. I wanted to have a door that was actually a bookshelf, that was this whole wall being a bookshelf, and the door was actually hidden, which goes into the attic room. But it's a thought. Whether it actually happens or not is a different story. These are false walls. There's one there and there's one there. Because I felt like I didn't want this whole place being one room. I wanted to separate it off so I could do different things with it. So I want this to be an unusual study, something different. I've got pictures to go up in there. I've got scrolls. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs to decorate this room with. And we'll get to that. I've painted it so far. It just needs the flooring doing. and the balustrade. So we'll come to that in another video. So at the moment, Thomas, because he knows that the renovators and builders are going to be in, he's currently putting his books away. He's putting them in a little chest there, look, as you can see. So he's busy. The dolls are busy getting ready for the renovations. So let's move into this side, which, oh yes, let me tell you about these doors. So I'd never put doors on before. So I made a couple of doors, and I tried to make, first of all, I tried to do it with a piece of fabric as a hinge, which didn't work. And then I used some proper hinges, which didn't work. And then I learned that actually you're supposed to make a frame first, and then you can actually pin your door into the frame and have it swinging. So we're going to try that in a later video. We're going to do it in a lot. Let's make this video. Let's make doors with hinges that actually work. So it's a work in progress. So here on this side here, I wanted a bathroom. Okay, I didn't have to have a bathroom, but I wanted a bathroom. So this room, I'm probably going to leave it as it is. I don't see that I need to make any different changes or anything to it. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't think I want to make too many changes to it. It's, you know, it's a bathroom. What more can you do to it? There's a sink over there. There's a toilet. There's a bath. There's a mirror. There's this cute little cabinet, which probably needs to be... Just put that there. There's, you know, some towels. This cabinet needs dressing. We need to put something in it and on it, and, you know, something to make it look like it's just not just a cabinet sat in a room. So then let's go through to this room here. Okay, so this room is, everybody's got a junk area in their attic. Everybody's got one of those rooms where you just put stuff in and you don't really look at it. It's probably got your Christmas decorations in there, your Halloween decorations, stuff you don't want to get rid of but you don't want on show. So this is that room. So I wanted this to be hidden behind a secret doorway, which might still happen. So as you can see, I've done the flooring in it, which is, I've deliberately made it look bad. In other words, this was my first go at doing it and it went bad. But I thought, you know what? It's an attic room. It doesn't matter. Let's go with it. So these are all stained. Well, we've got coffee sticks in there, we've got lollipop sticks in there, or whatever I could get my hands on at the time. They were just stained and stuck down, and I actually really like it. So I'm thinking that we might do that in this area here as well. Keep the theme going through. So in here we've got, we will come to that in future episode and explain what it is. We've got, see a little Ouija board there? We've got this. So these were my first attempt at making picture frames, and I was quite happy with them. I think I would like to have varnished these, make them shiny a bit, maybe. I mean, it was the first attempt. I was making them with little matchsticks, and I quite like them. And I don't know where they were going to go. Maybe in the hallway, maybe in Thomas's study. Not quite sure. So I've got the usual abandoned but well-loved teddy bear that nobody wants out in the bedroom anymore, but you can't get rid of. You just can't get rid of it. And the walls, as you can see, are covered in newspaper. Oh, Vincent. Vincent's hiding at the back there, as you can see. Cheeky Vincent. Okay, so let's go down and look at the housekeeper's cottage. Okay, so this is the housekeeper's cottage. Like I say, it's been quite a few things. But I thought we wanted to recognise just how much the housekeeper means to Thomas. So he's having this building converted into a little cottage for her. So this is the door. Something needs to happen here. Now I have made a few panels to go on here, but every panel that I've made seems to look like a door. And then it looks like a garage again. And I don't like it. So I've not done anything until I can decide what to do to make it not look like a door. I would like it to open, so there is a possible, I don't know, we'll get there. I just haven't decided or thought about exactly what I want it to look like, so it hasn't happened yet. So this is all, there was no ceiling on it, so I made this. This was my first attempt at making anything really for the house. The glue on it has warped the wood, so it curls up a bit at the end, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It gives it a bit of a quirk and makes it different to everybody else's. So let's open it up and look in from the top. So looking from here, as you can see, I put in a mezzanine. So we've got a little mezzanine here. These steps were part of the original dollhouse steps. I thought I'll utilise them, I'll reuse those. They weren't good enough to go back in the dollhouse, but I thought, you know, for a little cottage, they'll be perfect. So she's got little steps up to the mezzanine. She's got her own bed there. She could do with, yeah, that's, oh, this was a homemade bed that I did. It's nothing fancy, nothing pretty, but it's a bed. And we'll make some beds in later videos. I'll try and make one a bit fancier than that, but it does the trick. That's a little cabinet that keeps falling off. And so it hasn't got anything in it yet. I think that was a Temu one, possibly. I'm not sure. I liked it. And sometimes I'll buy things, or I'll just take a picture of things and I'll have a go at making it myself. But this is one I've obviously bought. It was probably £1.50 from Temu. With the thought of, if I get one, I can make more, because I'm quite good at copying. Or I have a go at copying anyway. So if we look down here, there we go. There's the house. She's busy cleaning up because she knows we're going to be decorating her area. So she's got a little rocking chair there. She's got a little fire grate in the back. There's nothing down there. Ideally, I'd like it as some sort of, I don't know. We need to make it cozy. We need to make it nice for her. Maybe a little armchair. I need to look at some pictures and get some ideas for that. Haven't really progressed any further than putting the mezzanine and making the bed for her. Again, she's got one of these nice rugs that I made. Sorry, I made them, but I actually cut them from a larger piece of material. Then she's got this lovely cabinet here. She's got all of her sewing items on there. I don't know if you can see. I've got an iron. She's got some books. She's got a handbag. She's got her little knitting basket. She's got her sewing machine, and she's also, let's look at this. Can you see that? She's got a little sewing kit. Look how tiny they are. Okay, so she, as you know, she runs the place, and this is her house. This is her little escape as she goes in there. Okay, everybody, that's the Boston. I hope you've enjoyed exploring it with me today. And the next video that I put out, I'm going to give you a formal introduction to the dolls that actually live in here, and give you a little bit of a backstory about what's going off with them, you know, the names, the relationships, etc. But I just wanted to share this. This was the first house that I got. I fell in love with it. It was complete rundown, fixer-upper. It's taken a long time, mainly because I haven't had the time to actually do anything with, or I've been so undecided on what to do with it that I ended up doing nothing. And then the last couple of years, I've gone, you know what? Let's just crack on with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look like what it originally looked like when it first came out of the box, which was something that I was aiming for when I first got it. And then I realised I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that at all. It doesn't have to look like somebody else's dollhouse. It's my doll's house. I'll get it looking the way that I want it to look. I do have to get some ideas and inspiration though. So if you see that I've done my bathroom the same as somebody else's, it's probably because I've seen it on Pinterest or something. I thought, oh, I like that. I'll replicate that. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.